probably gonna ask Jason to be your best man.
Nor you.
Yeah. I thought he's a good guy, and he's a great brother. And plus, it'd be a chance for you two to get closer.
Yeah. It's actually a nice idea. Because I tell you what, there's nothing that I would want more than all my kids at the wedding. You, Dante, Christina, even Molly.
Yeah.
If she wanted to go, I don't know.
Dad, you kidding me? Christina, Molly be driving us crazy, talking about dresses, bridesmaids, flowers. Actually, she probably just have the wedding tonight. I'm serious. But are you inviting Mom to the...
She's your mom. Of course. I mean, you know, we care about each other. We always will.
Yeah, well, she's not too fond of Brenda, though.
You noticed?
Yeah, she's not exactly known for her subtlety.
Okay, you know what? I think your mom, knowing your mom, she'll probably try to do anything to stop the wedding. You know what I mean?
Do you want me to help out and, talk to her or something?
No, because I don't want you getting caught in the middle. I just want you to know that, if your mom and I fight, it's just who we are. Sometimes, with your mother, she just can't let things go.
I'll go with whatever you decide. I'd appreciate it if you told me what you're going to do, because if you do tell the truth about the baby, that'll affect me too.
Yeah, of course I'll tell you. It's so weird when I think back to the time when Sonny and I were together, a long time ago. And every time he hurt me, really hurt me, it was because of a lie or because of him keeping a secret, and I just don't ever want to make him feel that way,
You grow up thinking that the right thing to do is to tell the truth and that the wrong thing to do is to lie. Sometimes those can be the exact opposites. When Michael told me that he killed his stepmother, I could have protected him. Could have accepted what my father, who I don't like very much, was doing, and he was telling a lie for a really good reason. He was putting himself on the stand for murder to save Michael. But I knew the truth. And that was right, and that made me right. And so I went into the courtroom, I had my badge in my hand, and I announced to everyone that Michael killed Claudia. And then he was put in prison for manslaughter.
Oh, man. I'm so sorry. That must have been horrible for you.
I was so sure that what I was doing was right, by telling the truth. And that would all fall out the way I wanted it to, and Michael would get a suspended sentence. And he didn't. And when you see your brother taken off in shackles, and you realize something, you learn a lesson, that there are no absolutes. It's all a judgment call. And you gotta do what's best for the people you love. So you gotta ask yourself, with Sonny, is this telling him the truth about the baby? Is that not gonna make anything better?
Probably not.
How do you think he'll react?
I think he'll feel terrible.
I'm gonna tell him he's happy. He wants to spend the rest of his life with you. Sometimes keeping a secret can be a pretty good gift.
Thank you so much for everything you've done for me. You've been so great to me.
You've been pretty good to me, too.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Congratulations on your engagement, Miss Barrett.
Thank you.
Cool.
Claire?
Last person you expected to see?
No, I'm glad you came by.
Yeah, well, I was gonna call instead, but I thought, you know, we always face each other head on, so why stop now?
You heard? You heard?
About
Yeah.
you and Brenda getting married? Yes, I did hear.
News travels fast.
Well, I spoke with Diane about the possibility of staying in Port Charles and joining her firm, and she thought the news of your engagement might influence my decision.
You know, it would have been better if you'd heard from somebody with a little more tact.
Like you?
Ouch. We would have discussed it. I mean, right?
Discuss it? What's there to discuss? I mean, you love Brenda, so you got engaged. It's a very predictable sequence of events.
You upset?
Sonny, we're adults here. Okay? So, finding out from Diane was simple and quick. It's like pulling off a bandage. And now it's time to move on.
Move on? Where?
Well, that's the loaded question. I have to decide whether I want to relocate or stay here in Port Charles. Would you have a problem with that?
Hey,
Hey.
have you seen the lights in the park? Right, so the trees are completely covered in lights.
Wow, you're in a really good mood.
I'm engaged.
Yeah, I know. I just thought that lawyer might have pushed you too far. That's all.
No, he was great, actually. He, treated me like an adult who's capable of handling the realities of my situation.
Well, that's what he gets paid for.
Can't ruin my good mood.
No, I just, maybe Max should walk you more often.
Oh, that's great. Like, I'm a dog with multi-owners now, apparently. So when I was in the park, I saw Dante, and guess what he did? He congratulated me on my engagement. So, it just made me, kind of realize how silly I was before.
You're gonna have to narrow that down for me.
Well, just that I was always, assuming that Sonny and I are doomed, and we are, in fact, not.
I don't want to stay here as a living, breathing reminder of something you regret.
The only thing that I regret is the timing.
Sonny, you love Brenda, and you have for many, many
Yes,
years,
okay.
and I wouldn't expect to compete with that. So, bottom line, I wish you both a lot of happiness.
And I wish you the same, because I know I've told you before. You're gonna find.
Don't speak. Don't
Okay.
tell me I'm wonderful, because it really feels cheap. It's like a scrap, throwing me a scrap.
No, what I'm trying to say is that you deserve more than what you got from me.
I know I do,
Okay.
and I'll find it someday. But in the meantime, I have to make some choices about my career.
Well, coming from a selfish place, I would love you to stay here because you are an incredible attorney, and I'd rather have you on my side than against me. But that's going to be your choice because I've already taken too much from you.
Well, I'll let you know what I decide. Good night.
Good night.
I want round-the-clock surveillance of Brenda Barrett. Full reports on every move she makes.
Now that you have access, why not just kill her and be done with it?
Miss Barrett has information I need. I've worked hard to put myself in a position of trust. Now that she's beginning to confide in me, I'll break her down systematically until she tells me everything she knows. Only then will I take my full revenge.
Well, I've been anticipating the worst, and I just really finally realized that the worst isn't going to happen. I mean, Balkan hasn't gotten me really because
Oh,
of
he
you.
can still be
Just
after
please
you.
don't interrupt me when I'm trying to give you a compliment. And I just feel really strongly about the fact that I really thought it was a mistake to come here. You know, I really did, and you forced me to come here. And I thought it was going to be the worst thing that ever happened to me, and it's turning out to be the best thing that's ever happened to me. And it really is because of you, so I just want to say, you know, thank you. Stand still.
You're welcome.